Good morning, everyone. This is Andres Kobliski, and today I'm going to present my project on Michael Jeffrey Jordan, also known as MJ, Michael Jordan. So, Michael was born on February 17th, 1963, in New York City, New York. His father's name was James Jordan Sr., and his mother was Dolores Jordan. When he was a toddler, Michael moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, where his mother worked in banking while his father, James, worked as an equipment supervisor. A little bit more about Michael's family. Michael's father was shot and murdered on July 23rd, 1993. Michael's mother and father were both a very essential and backboning part of his life on and off the basketball court. Michael explained after his first retirement that the death of his father was a big reason for why he decided to stop playing basketball and eventually retire from the NBA. However, he would come back and then win some more titles. So later on in Michael's career, Michael started to excel in the basketball field very early in life, in his high school and teenage years. Um, as a high schooler, Jordan attended Emsley Laney High School in Wilmington, where he tried out for the varsity basketball team his sophomore year. During his sophomore year, Michael Jordan was only about 5'11", and the coach decided that he was a bit too short to play. So he was moved to the junior varsity team, where he scored an unbelievable average and had many 40-point games, stunning many of the college recruits. The summer going into his junior year, Michael grew about 10 centimeters, and the varsity team coach decided to put him on the varsity team, and he started to average about 25 points per game. Here you can also see an image of Michael in his high school basketball uniform. Now, college. Michael Jordan attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. He accepted a scholarship to that university in 1981. Here he majored in cultural geography, and he excelled in his basketball career beyond the limits that anybody thought were possible. He was named ACC Freshman of the Year and has an unbelievable story about his game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship game, where he played against Georgetown, a team led by a Hall of Famer and legendary basketball player Patrick Ewing. Jordan describes this shot as the major turning point in his career, and right here you see a picture of that shot. Moving on to the NBA draft. Michael Jordan finished college in 1986. He graduated the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill with a Bachelor of Arts degree in geography. That same year, he would enter the NBA draft, and with the third pick in the first round of the 1986 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls would select Michael Jordan. This really kicked off his career as a professional athlete and helped him become the emotional leader that he is today and was on the court during his career. So now we move on to Michael's early basketball career. In his rookie year, Michael averaged 28.2 points per game on 51.5% shooting, one of the most ridiculous averages of all time, leading him to become the Rookie of the Year for the NBA that season. The Chicago Bulls quickly soared and became a playoff team right from then. Jordan would appear on the cover of many magazines, including Sports Illustrated, Forbes, and many other iconic readings. In his second season, Jordan broke his foot, however, in the third game of the year, causing him to miss 64 games and basically the rest of the regular season. Recovering in time for the playoffs, Jordan showed an outstanding performance. In his 86 to 87 season, Jordan averaged 37 points per game and became the first player to record 200 steals and 100 blocks in one single season. The Chicago Bulls. Before Michael Jordan, the Bulls were compared to the Chicago Cubs, a franchise that had been recovering for 40 plus years from just one World Series win. The Chicago Bulls were looking for a new future, and in the 1986 NBA draft with Michael Jordan, they definitely got it. Said to be Michael's greatest teammate ever is Scottie Pippen, having won each and every finals with the great Michael Jordan. Moving on to his NBA championship career and to more of his achievements and accomplishments, Michael Jordan won six NBA championships throughout his career. He reached the NBA Finals 6 times in 8 years. He secured his first three-peat in 1991 to 1993, but then shortly retired from the game. However, upon his return to the NBA, Michael secured his next 3 titles, called his second three-peat, during the 1995 and 1998 seasons. On November 1st, 1994, a bronze statue of Michael Jordan was unveiled outside of the United Center, the stadium where the Chicago Bulls play. This statue was sculpted by Omri Armani and Julie Blatt Armani. It has been established that the statue has established its own legacy as a meeting place for fans at Bulls championships and as a rally point for other fans as well. After retiring from the NBA for a second time, Michael decided to come back to the game with a little bit more purpose and some more life. Michael came back to the NBA during 2001 to 2003 as a Washington Wizard. This time, he would play a different position and for a different team. Different coach with different teammates. His plan was to donate his salary to the victims of the September 11, 2001 attacks. Jordan would later become the owner of the Washington Wizards. Some of his achievements and accomplishments are NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA MVP, NBA Champion 6-time, NBA Finals MVP, USA Olympic gold medalist as a part of the Dream Team, and many, many others. Now, moving into how this relates to everything that we learned in class regarding being a leader and how that really showed in Michael Jordan. When we learned in class, we learned about many different leadership skills, and we had emergent leader versus assigned leader. An assigned leader was when someone earns a position, for example, in the workplace or in an organization and becomes a leader from that earned position. An emergent leader was more when the leadership arrives from how your followers view you as a person, regardless of your title in the workplace or organization. Even though Michael had outstanding athletic abilities, his leadership was definitely emergent because no matter how badly or how well he played on the basketball court, he still motivated and was there for his teammates whenever they needed him. He showed up to play, and he showed up to play, and he showed them that he would care for them no matter what. This was a very big and powerful thing about Michael Jordan, as not many leaders show how much they care about their teammates or coworkers, so to say, in a very open manner. We also learned about the trade approach. Michael has many traits: smart, determined, honest, reliable, confident. The trade approach is when your traits make you be perceived as a great leader. And this was most definitely the case in Michael Jordan's situation. His basketball abilities made him a way better leader. However, even though those weren't the only things, even though his basketball abilities made him a great leader, those were not the only things that would make him an emergent leader. Moving on, we speak about the path goal theory. The path goal theory was very interesting. We learned about it in class. It explains that it is a model that weighs the circumstances and gives a leadership style to best encourage those around you. So to say, in Michael's case, those around him were his teammates, and he set the tone high. Michael was feared by opposing teams. They knew he was the greatest, and he wanted his teammates to feel the same way. A great example of Michael Jordan's path goal leadership is the relationship between him and Dennis Rodman, another one of his teammates, and another one of the most outspoken NBA players of all time. Michael got Dennis right into his basketball system, and his behavior wore off on him, and he would do anything it took to win. He's famous for not scoring any points and only rebounding the basketball, citing, "I'm only doing my job." Michael just had everyone on their team in their place, in their proper role, and encouraged everyone to fulfill that role and nothing more, night in and night out, on and off the basketball court. From all of these things, we can see how Michael Jordan was such a powerful, motivational, and moving leader on the Chicago Bulls as a basketball player and as a human being to the people of this world that look up to him every single day.